Hello everyone, welcome to Neutralix. I'm your host Kozlix, and today we're going to be going over 3 levels of Mordex players in Brawlhalla. So we got level 1, which is like 1400 ELO, Southeast Asia, and then these other 2 games are North American. So Pixeled, I believe, is like 1700, and then we got Tempo, who is like 2200. So we're going to see exactly what's the difference between these 3 levels of Mordex players. If you enjoy this type of content, like, subscribe, comment. Comment down below which legend do you guys want me to analyze at this 3 levels format next time I do this. Whatever comment gets the most amount of likes, we're going to do next time. So subscribe if you want to see more. Okay, let's get right into this. So the first game is Bambini. He actually lost this. Shout out to Bambini, someone who's just been in the Discord server and whatnot for a while. We're not going to be going over so much on this server. I'm not going to microanalyze, but it's a lot of not knowing what to do. Not really thinking about punishing. Punishing is the most essential, basic thing you need to learn about fighting games. And there's kind of no regard on what is a punish. If you're not familiar, it's letting your opponent miss and then punishing. So that was good there, like letting the down stick happen, you hit the side air, you combo, get a little jump reaction read, whatever. Nice. Good little side sig, that's ground pound. Like, this is the key thing with punishing. Like, this is like super forced. If you're in like a normal match, you just dodge this and punish it. Or you just dodge it and get stage control. And they dodged it and then got that down stick and got the stock. So just kind of thinking about punishing and how do you punish better. So maybe punish with true combos so then you do more damage. A lot of little things that are kind of obvious, but they're only obvious if you think about them. And not just that, like what do you do, like let's say when you hit a side light? Well, in lower elos, people don't dodge. This person dodged. So in normal elos, when you know they're going to dodge, maybe don't go for an option that isn't confirmed right away. Wait for the dodge, see what they do, and then react. And then you can notice dodge patterns and go for reactions that way. There's a lot of ways to optimize that way through reactions, dodge reads, and whatnot. You can even guess where they're going to go sometimes. Just make sure you guess in a safe way. Nice little side sig. Sigging when they're in orange is also something that I don't necessarily recommend. Combos are usually better bang for the buck, but you know what, you're on site, maybe you want to do like confirmed more damage with one attack. You're not so confident in your comboing ability, even though I think side light, end light is like 1 dodge frame. There are specific type strings that you can do, like end light nair Sarah is like 1 dodge frame then true. So yeah, something to think about. But yeah, that was pretty bad positioning just in general. We can go back and kind of look at this really quick. You get the side sig, you have all your options. Why fall all the way down here? You could do like jump, recovery, go to the top of the map, recover safely, dodge to the stage. Here, you're allowing yourself, you're limiting your options trying to touch this wall. Your opponent knows you want to touch that wall. And you got close, and then that down sig covers a large amount of space. So something to think about. Red Raptor is not as good if you're recovering from the top, because Red Raptor has good edge guards. Just kind of like the knowledge and experience is something this elo lacks, and just kind of thinking about, okay, what can my opponent do? That was a crazy ground pound. That was pretty random. But yeah, not so much happens. Mordex actually gets the stock here. Good little combo. Again, not really going for these reactions or whatnot. That's a really forced side sig. When I say something's forced, it means it's random. There wasn't a true intention. We'll actually go back to the side sig. Things in Brawlhalla are calculated. This side sig, you're praying they're gonna fall into it. You're guessing at the end of the day. This is a guess. You're hoping, you're getting on your knees, you're praying that your opponent is trash and they're gonna fall into it. But you shouldn't prey on your opponent being trashed. Your opponent being trashed doesn't make you good. It's just weird. It's like beating a baby in a sport and being like, look, I'm good, I beat a baby. But you don't even know how to play the sport. It's because the baby can't touch the puck in hockey. Like, I don't know. Playing soccer, they got 2 tiny legs they can't kick. Don't fight against babies in Brawlhalla. Try and fight against the best opponents for your skill level. And yeah, don't guess. Don't prey on your opponent's downfall for being bad. That's something a lot of people do. Okay. Level 2. We got Pixeled. Let me verify the elo. Okay, Pixeled is 1700. Actually won this game. Nice. Almost a 3 stock. So let's see what a platinum player does better on Mordex. Bro. Nice little combo. Probably could have dodged that a bit better. Didn't dodge that at all after. So that's something to think about. That dare is pretty forced. That side light is pretty forced. This side light is a bad punish. There's no way you're punishing that screw in there. Little micro decisions. We're kind of losing them here. Let's see what this Mordex player does well. Like a lot of missed punishes still. That's something you're going to see better players optimize. Now that is what we like to see. Talking about reactions. Down light, they dodged in. You react by dashing, reverse end light. That's a reaction. This is not a read. It's not a guess. It's a reaction. That was probably a guess, but maybe not. They dodged in before that, so maybe this is an insane read based on one situation. So that was really clean, and then gets a stock because of it. So platinum players, maybe they still don't have the essentials on how to punish that properly. Definitely could get a lot better at that, but this player, the reward for neutral interactions is huge. Pixel, really solid fundamentals on how to hit these combos, as we've kind of seen there. It's like the most fundamental thing to Brawlhalla is avoid getting hit and then punish your opponent if they're vulnerable. You make that decision. That's something this platinum player can definitely work on, but Pixel definitely knows the combos. Side light, D light, goes for reaction there again. Messes up these punishes. Weak at punishing, but really solid combo game. And I think you might see that from a lot of Mordex players. They don't understand the basics when you're in plat or gold. Maybe they're not so good at the basics, but they're like, hey, I'm going to learn all the combos because look how cool these combos are. Oh my god, I can zero the deck. It's so cool. And it is cool, I'm not going to lie. But yeah, like look at this. So clean. Nice little read. It was a dodge down and in, so maybe it was a read. It could have been a guess, but you can afford the guess with this kind of lead. So that was really sick. But still, definitely a lot of mistakes in terms of punishing. That was a good downer. Getting a little bit better. That's a good sider. There we go. That was kind of forced, but it's fine. You have such a lead, and then Orion does Orion things. That signature is stupid. But yeah, just really good gameplay from Pixel. Again, just kind of using dash and thinking about that like basic of punishing and avoiding attacks is something this person can improve on. And let's see how the 2200 kind of takes it to another level. This is also almost a 3 stock. This first stock takes a while, so let's see what happens. But instantly, you're going to see a lot more movement, I feel. You're going to see the dash dances going back and forth, especially as they nerf or they buff the landing, so like you can go into a dash without landing frames now. Good job avoiding with the dodge there. A lot of mistakes here in punishing, but not a lot of it when punished when you're against greatsword. That's a great Sair. Good try on the side light, good try on the Sair, a little bit of back mashing, good combo. Doesn't get the read there, but starts learning your opponent. Pretty solid. Nice punish with that GC side light. The down light was a little forced. There are still mistakes happening here. That was a good greatsword combo. That end sig was pretty random. That was a really nice there. Like going up and thinking about greatsword's weakness. Like he can react to a greatsword jump in the air. Like just like that jump recovery is too slow to react to a dare like that. I would have tried to avoid the dare, but that was like really good from the Tai Lung to think about greatsword's weakness. Okay, doesn't have a lot of diagonal options in the air, so I'm gonna aggress that way. That's something that comes from experience. Going for the signature there, that down sig would have killed. That ground pound was a little force. That's why you lost the interaction. Happens. No dodge. And recognizes little things like this. You recognize, oh, they just GC'd. They got no dodge. Whoop. Boom. Confirmed. Clean. Goes for another recovery. I like the idea. Pretty safe option. Like, you're not going to get punished for it. Waiting. This is another thing. Making that decision. Can you punish this down sig? Some plats might try and go up and then Sair or something like that. But waiting, playing it safe, just making smarter decisions with what you can and can't punish. You can even see it here. Waiting out this down sig, knowing, okay, it's a spear player. Taking your time, making sure you make the right decision. That's something you're going to see from top players. It's trying to optimize the options. And then got a side light. I think this is a guess. A lot of it is guessing with these side lights, at least at the start of matches. So I think that was a guess side light. Took the risk. I don't know if it's optimal taking the risk, but it's not unoptimal. It worked. So yeah. No dodge. Nice end light reaction. Good try on the little 3-piece. This 3-piece I was talking about a bit earlier. It's actually true. The Nair Sair is really tight on most, like, depends on defense and stuff. It's usually one dodge frame probably on average, but can be true. So it's good going for those options. Good try on that 0 to death, and it worked out taking the option. Just really solid, fundamental Mordex gameplay coming from this guy, Tempo. US East as well, 2200. So very solid. Nothing perfectly optimized. We're not watching Sandstorm here, but we're seeing just what is the difference between this and the following level. It's a lot more comfort on that decision making on what's punishable, what isn't punishable. A little bit tighter strings and whatnot. Maybe not going for reactions so much, going for these bread and butter combos like end light and air. That was a clean reaction. I am wrong with the words I just said. Look at this. End light knows, okay, they were dodging pretty well earlier. They were dodging my Nair Sarah, so I'm going to not do anything. They dodge in. Side light. Oh, now there's no dodge. Now I go for it. Oh, still no dodge. I'm going for the side sig. Probably a bad side sig, but who cares? You have such a lead at this point. Goes for it again, then gets an end light wake up. When you have advantage, like, go off. You got the lead here. That was a weaker side sig, trying to avoid. That was forced. Good little side light, good weapon toss. Kind of need to get that weapon. Let's see, and nice side sig, the confidence. Very clean match. That's a 2200 Mordex player. Guys, if you enjoyed this video, if you learned something from this video, let me know down below. Would love to hear. Something that you guys can all take away from this video is just thinking about the fundamental optimal ways to win. Getting good at Brawlhalla is not a hard thing. It's not difficult. I'm being honest. It doesn't require some crazy thing that you don't already have. It doesn't require a very short reaction time. All it is think of it like a math problem. You have a problem at hand. How do you optimize a solution? And these 2200 players, they optimized everything slowly over time until they have a game plan that's more optimal than before. The plat player was more optimal than the gold, and the gold player didn't really know how to solve the problem. That's Brawlhalla 101. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys all later.